what everyone's been waiting for. A teal kit, bro. A teal kit.
Ever since these colors were, announced, right? Everybody's been waiting for this kit, and it's finally here, man.
Welcome back to the Must Listen NWSL show in Kansas City. It is currently on No Other Pod, here with Daniel Kooser and Chris Wright. Season's upon us. Chris, season's greetings, my friend. What's going on, dude?
Not a whole lot, man. I'm just, I feel like it's been a long wait, right? And, kind of back in the grind, finally get to attend some games. So I'm really excited.
It is, it's time, dude. I mean, we got a game this Saturday, and it's against, who else do we play on season openers but Portland Thorns? That's just how it is.
I think third year in a row, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right. Shouts to the KC Current social team that put out a little Spider-Man meme. That was fun. Right. So it's going to be cool to get out there, man. Weather is what it is. We'll see how it goes. But right at, kicks off at noon, yeah? Or about 11:45 is what they're saying?
Yeah, 11:45, right?
That's a weird time. Weird time to kick off, but I'm there for it.
I love the early morning games, man. Get up early, catch a game, got the whole day ahead of you, right?
Yeah.
Feel productive. I love it.
I suppose, unless you're a psychopath like me who's going to hang out in Kansas City and then go to the sporting game later that night. Not like I'm not recovering from surgery or anything. Let's just tack on all the physical stuff. No big deal.
Is there any other games that have the Current and Sporting on the same day playing at home, or is this the only one that you're?
I don't know. I have not looked that far ahead. I just knew this was, an immediate thing. So we'll see how it goes, man. In my mind, I was hoping to be off the walker this Saturday. That's becoming a little more unrealistic as time goes on. I had 2 hips replaced, not the one. So it's kind of like, hold on, man. It takes a little more time because you don't have a fresh leg to stand on. So we'll see what happens. But I won't be sitting with you, so I'll miss you.
Yeah, it's gonna be different. Home opener with you somewhere else in the stadium. It's gonna be
I'm right across the way. If you want to swing on over and say hello, and that'll be good.
Just get a couple walkie talkies, right, and just chat out loud. I'm sure that.
I'm literally like
anybody.
I'm literally like in that corner of the stadium or whatever, the northeast corner, kind of where we sit, anyways.
Yeah,
should be fun. But I think that, dude, just like look at me. You see how tired I look right now? Like life is just
like you're on some drugs.
I'm
pretty
really
good. No?
Like I've really eliminated the pain pills. I'm having one like before bed, to kind of help with the sleep and everything. But other than that, man, it's just acetaminophen. I'm just exhausted. My body's like putting all energy towards building new nanites inside me. And
is that a real word? Is that a real thing? You just made that
shit up.
Oh, maybe it up.
I
would have believed you. You could have told me. I would have rolled.
Well, the body's weird. In my mind, I imagine all these like nerve endings and muscle fibers like attaching itself to like my new body parts and becoming one organism. That's how
venom, like venom, right?
Maybe a little bit, a little bit of a Spider-Man situation.
Okay.
I mean, like I do have great reflexes. Am I Spider-Man? I'm not ruling it out. Dude, what's been good, man? You enjoying the decent weather?
I have, man. This weather is absolutely lovely. We don't know how long we're going to have it for. You never tell. But there is the Challenge Cup game. Did you catch that by chance?
Nah, I didn't.
A warm-up?
Yeah, was that fun?
Yeah, it was. It was Orlando versus Washington.
Right.
Went to penalties. So that's always a fun start to the.
Did they do extra time or just straight to penalties?
I think straight to penalties. I don't think they did extra time.
Gotcha.
So
who won that game?
Washington won.
Hey, all right. Love to start out Orlando with a little bit of a humble attitude.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm very anti-Orlando right now. I'm still very bitter about how last season went. So
I assume everyone listening is like that as well.
Yeah. So I'm sure there is a good chunk of money on that game for the winners, and the fact that Washington won makes me pretty happy.
Little revenge game, right? That's probably what was on their mind. Like, hey, like this. In reality, this game means absolutely nothing. but there is a trophy for a single game, and there is a little money. So it's like, it's not exactly not meaningful.
It kind of felt like it started off pretty non-meaningful, and then as it got going and the competitive juices started, flowing, and it, Washington tied it up with a free kick, and then it really felt like it got pretty competitive.
So did it go? It was 1-1 going into penalties.
Yep.
Yep.
I think 4-2 was what the penalties ended.
Okay. Did they all play their starters?
The majority of them, Trinity, I think only played a half. I think she came in later, I believe.
She's been struggling with like back soreness, right? Like, I mean, if you watch this Prime Video docuseries, that's very much documented. We'll get into that a little later, but it seems like she's been very limited with her back and what she can do.
Well, she really injured it last year against Kansas City. I'm sure she had it going into the game, but it really took a toll then, and she was never quite the same. So hopefully she's able to recover. Yeah.
And Marta?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, a pretty good squad.
Bethune, she play?
No, I do not believe she played. I mean, she's coming off of the her MCL, I think is what it was. Not for sure.
True. That's true. That happened towards the end of the year, right?
And did you see how she injured it? Throwing out a first pitch?
Yes. It's so crazy, dude.
Oh, my God.
What a crazy, like, I mean, I'm not throwing shade on anyone that's injured, but how embarrassing. Like, that would suck. I mean, no one wants to get injured. If you're an athlete, you don't want to get injured not doing your sport. Doing some weird thing like, oh, I fell off a step ladder, painted my shed. It just sounds silly. But no, you throw out a first pitch and boom, something happens. That's wild.
I mean, MVP of, the rookie MVP, right? Like, one of
fielder of the year, right?
Yeah, one of the most productive, attacking players in the league.
Yeah.
And you never know how that game may have been different, the finals, if she had been there. So
it's an unfortunate situation. I mean, that's like when you see when you see someone like Patrick Mahomes shooting hoops or something, and it's like, you stop having fun right now. You stop doing things that bring you joy, because you get injured, sir, and we're gonna have a very big problem. So it's
right.
Well, cool, man.
I just want them in a wheelchair, just being strolled around constantly.
Yes, 100%. Well, let's take our first break here, and when we come back, we'll get into all the news we've missed and look at the upcoming game. So stay right there.
Looking for tickets for your next event? Tickets for Less is your #1 source. Save big on every purchase when you use promo code KCSN at ticketsforless.com.
Success in real estate takes more than vision. It takes the right financial partner. When someone takes something rundown and turns it into something great, that's called a comeback story. Like Bryan Group. They take distressed properties here in KC, completely rework them, and then turn them into valuable real estate. But that kind of work needs the right bank behind it. Enter Emprise Bank. They're not about cookie-cutter loans. They saw Bryan Group's vision, backed them, and now they're making big moves in Kansas City real estate. Talk about your partner impossible. Emprise doesn't do one-size-fits-all financing. They invest in potential and back growth. Visit emprisebank.com/KC to learn more. Emprise Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back, everybody. Did we mention it's season opener week? Like, I don't know. I'm still jacked, dude. I can't believe it's here, and I'm excited. And you know what's happened since we've been gone? The kit release. What everyone's been waiting for. A teal kit, bro. A teal kit.
Ever since these colors were, announced, right? Everybody's been waiting for this kit, and it's finally here, man.
They made us wait, dude. They dangled it out in front of us. They're like, here's our great colors, but you don't get it. You don't get it on a jersey. And it's like, please do this. Like, we all want it. It's like, how about this? We'll put it on our warm-ups. No, we don't want to do the warm-ups. Like, fine, we'll buy the warm-ups and the shirts and the hoodies, fine. And then this jersey drops, and everyone blew their minds. Like, everyone's just like, oh, it's just so excited, dude.
I love it. Yeah, I dig it as well. I love the kind of the intertwined graphic of the Kansas City streets in there with with the river market and everything, man. I don't know. It looks so well done. I just hope the color pops in person, like it does through all the images and videos. So
They're calling this the Teal Rising kit, man. We're gonna talk about all the kits in the league here, but this on the Equalizer site, or maybe it's a blog, I don't know what you would call it, but they ranked all the kits, man. And at the top of their list of 14 teams, KC Current is at the top. I mean, you got a map view of Kansas City. You got the Missouri River right there, and the crest is right over the location of the stadium.
God, that's so cool.
Dude, I hate Nike jerseys. I always talk about how they are very generic and recycled. This is not recycled. This is not generic. This is new. Someone spoke up in a meeting and was like, I want to get creative as a motherfucker. And they have done that, dude. And I never thought like teal and red. What a crazy color combo. Like, I didn't think we'd have red a lot in our merch and everything like that. But I also love that. Red and teal. I'm going to get in trouble because a bank account has an end. A bank account has an end, my friend. And I want to spend money.
I mean, with the socks and, the teal shorts and everything, man, it's going to be very, it's the whole
I don't
look.
need the teal shorts, but I would like the teal shorts. I'm not even sure where I'd wear them. I don't know, but I love them.
Why not get some 80s shorts in there, right? And
Sure.
I
don't care if they're very small. Show my thighs off. Let's go. The color, it just pops, dude. And everyone's like, whoa, love your shorts. And it's like, thanks. I'm just so excited.
I'm wondering how long they've been wanting to do this, right? Because previously, like, everything was pretty cookie cutter, and then they came out with the new rules where they could have more creativity and flexibility in their secondary kit. So I wonder, the moment they knew they could do that, if this was something like this particular design is what they had in mind,
Yeah.
or if they just kind of, created as they went along. But man, it looks so beautiful. I don't know anybody who doesn't like it.
No, not at all. There's no one who's been like, what a bad choice. Like, what a bad jersey. Because it's just not. You know what everyone's saying, though? Why wouldn't you, like, give a couple jerseys to the guys who host currently and, like, let them have it in their hands and, like, touch it and feel it and talk about it? Everyone's saying that. Everybody. So, I mean, I don't know who you got to talk to will that into existence, but I give the people what they want. It's just, that's the year 2025 is to give the people what they want.
It's, that's a very organic movement,
Yeah, you want to make kids cry? Kids will cry if that doesn't happen. I don't want to make
adults, kids, whatever,
Right. People might kick their dog. Do you want people to kick their dog? No, you don't. Why wouldn't you do this?
That escalated pretty quickly.
Sorry. Yeah, I get dark sometimes. I do apologize. It's the beard. I'm in my evil era. Can't notice.
Oh my goodness! Is there any other jersey in that list that you really liked, and the other teams as well?
There are some cool ones. I mean, you could obviously look at Orlando, and they're going with the old center crest. The old center crest. I mean, we've seen other teams do that from time to time. I've seen a Man United has done that before. I think even KC Wizards have done that before. So that's an interesting one. And that purple's pretty dope, right? It almost looks like a purple felt, like my grandma's couch or something.
I couldn't quite articulate what it looked like, that texture, but yeah, it looks exactly like it.
I love it. I mean, you got to look everything from the neck down. I mean, that's a pretty good second, man. And this list we're looking at does agree with us. Angel City's fine. I've never been a fan of a V-neck too much. What pops out to you here?
To me, I really like Utah Royals. That's
the trim. That's a classic look.
Yeah, I just like, I don't know, the intertwining colors kind of, I don't know it's almost like paintbrush-ish. Like,
yeah, and you got the mountains on there, man. It's their terrain.
Yeah.
I love that, highlighting the city similar to what we did. I think it's great. But then you go up to something like a white kit. I'm not a huge fan of a white kit like Seattle. No sponsor. So I am a fan of a sponsorless kit. I don't mind that.
Right. Well, Seattle looks just very generic, right? It's just a couple of lines going to one point.
Yeah,
doesn't look very creative.
Also weird to see Lynn Biondolo on there.
I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce her last name. We're going to roll with that.
It's not Lynn Williams, dude. It's gonna be a weird year with her in Seattle. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
What about San Diego?
I dig it, man. I like it.
Take that water from us. We are the water. You get out of here.
They don't have a cool color like teal, so they have to, lean on the water really hard.
Yeah, I do like at the bottom, though, it says make waves in the bottom right corner. I don't mind that.
Yeah. I like that kind of customized, creativity and flexibility they have to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Portland's a meh. You know what I mean? It's
like attic on a TV.
Yeah. It definitely hits as a mid kit for me here. I don't mind the big ring in the middle as a sponsor. Ring's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of those. But speaking of Sophia Wilson, though, who was the model for the kit, she's expecting, man.
Wild.
I know. Like,
she's young, too. She's like 23, 24.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So does that mean she will not play at all, right? Like, when you announce something like that, when you're about 3 months in, don't you just cease doing those kinds of things, similar to what Alex Morgan did last year?
It probably, it depends on how far along she is. Maybe doctors, and family might have some, obviously do have input in there, but I just don't see her playing. I don't see the point of her attempting to play, risking injury, obviously, pregnant injury for a baby. For what?
Sure.
Right.
And don't you wait to announce that? Like, I don't know what the rules are. Don't you announce that you're pregnant, like way down the road, like second trimester or something?
Yeah, I don't even have the slightest idea. But like,
I don't either. But leave it to two dudes with a podcast to tell you all about it.
I mean, I'm glad she did it, because to me, if I'm her fan base, and then we obviously play them, first, it sets expectations, right? Like, but immediately takes her off the table in that matchup. So, and I know she extended her contract, but I don't know how much, if she doesn't play this year or if they don't make the playoffs, I don't know how much more we may see of her in Portland potentially.
Good point, man. Not upset though that we will presumably face them without her this weekend. That sounds fun.
Yeah,
dude. Back to a little bit of a boring kit is BFC. They announced 2 new kits, right?
And I don't mind their blue one. The blue one isn't bad. Their white one, not a fan either.
They're going with that crest right in the middle again. Yeah. So it's okay. I mean, the navy blue as the primary is fine. I don't know. The crest above the Nike swoosh is different. I don't know. I feel like Nike should be above the crest somehow.
Yeah, that is. That's kind of odd. I agree.
Yeah. Dude, a more weird one. What are we doing here, Houston Dash? I also see that you got the in the picture, she's doing the horns down thing, which is crazy disrespect to anyone from Texas. Everyone knows that. The old horns down logo.
I dig it.
She screwed it up there. You can't be doing that. But in the bottom of their kit, they do have that. And the horns up. And I'm like, well, I like that.
Does it cancel each other out? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. But they're wearing purple, for God's sakes. And they say it represents like a chaotic energy and a new beacon of hope for the club. And I'm like,
I feel like AI wrote that. I feel like they just plug some ChatGPT.
I don't trust nothing. People be writing stuff sometimes, and I'm like, did you just text me using AI? Like, did you just use ChatGPT to respond to me? Because that's not how people talk. I can't believe it.
On that point, I'm legit. Because A, I have typos all up in my stuff. So it's not ChatGPT.
Yeah.
B, I take a while to respond. ChatGPT is pretty quick.
Yeah, you're the slowest AI I've ever met. You need to control all deletes and programs or something, my man.
I didn't free up some storage space there.
You do. Your RAM is getting a little clogged. Now look,
you like the kit though. I do like the kit, by the way. Yeah.
I mean, it is chaotic, and I would rock the shit out of it if I was a Dash fan. So I don't like that it's so low on this list of rankings, because I do think it's unique. And I'm such a fan. I'm such a sucker for like off-kilter colors that have nothing to do with the team's colors. I love shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I can't think of any other teams who have done that. But, like Seattle Sounders. they did like a Jimi Hendrix inspired kit one year. And I thought that was dope. And how cool would it be for like KC Current or Sporting KC to do like pay homage to like the KC jazz scene or something like that? So, I don't know what they would do though. I have no idea. I don't get paid the big bucks for that.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool though.
You got Trinity Rodman, Washington Spirit, in a pretty clean yellow. I don't know why. It does look like the Australian national team, but I don't. When I hear Washington Spirit, I definitely don't think yellow and green and sea foam, whatever these colors are.
I do like the green, man. I don't know. I dig the green. It kind of reminds me that yellow reminds me of Baylor back in the day, and they looked like highlighters.
Okay,
like probably like 10 years ago. It's kind of what it reminds me of. But
when they did that to their court, and you had to like watch a KU game, and you're just like, I can't do it.
Like change the settings on your TV just to watch it.
Tough deal. I'll just listen on the radio.
Yeah, it's an okay jersey.
Okay.
What do you think of Racing's? Like kind of a forest green?
Yeah, it's a forest green situation. They're calling it the mint kit, right? A little minty green type situation. Green and black are dope. It's given Celtics vibes to me. I have a lot of, when Paul Pierce went to the NBA, I became like the biggest Celtics fan and just immersed myself in Boston culture and Celtics merch. So I got a lot of this looking stuff in my closet. So, but it's all right. It says "Run with us" on the very bottom. Little tagline down there.
Oh, cool.
And you got this really bright red, like a bold red for North Carolina Courage. It's I don't mind this. It's one big primary color block. You know what I mean? There's no white socks. It's all red. Everything's red. So I'm like, if you don't give out like the fave red starburst at your games where everything's red, like I don't know what you're doing. Like all red stuff all the time. You should be given, just lean into this.
I don't know why, but I like it. I don't know. It comes off pretty clean to me. There's kind of the logos within the texture. I don't know how to describe that, but okay. I don't know, that looks kind of cool. I mean, I don't think should be number 12, but it's kind of mid pack. Yeah, it's kind of, mid pack for me, but I do like it.
Now I'm feeling this Gotham situation, man. This this light blue, black, it has a little blackout crest situation, which I can only assume that when lighting hits it, you're going to like see the crest better, because I have a kit like this. I have a Santos Laguna kit where the crest is black. And when I recorded a podcast, this ring light I use shined on it. And I was like, it's like lit up. Like it was insane. I'd never seen that before. So I can only assume theirs does that as well. I don't mind this. This website here is like, it's hard to get past these shoulder pad vibes. And now that I see that, I'm like, okay.
That's all I can see now.
A little different now.
Yeah.
But finally, dude, they put this at very last. You don't want to be last. But this is the liquid metal Terminator kit here, man. This is the Chicago Stars. Not the Red Stars. Those are gone. I don't know, man. This team used to have one of the best kits I've ever seen when they put their elevated train, like transit line on their jersey. I was like, this is sick. Like I could literally see where my apartment was on their jersey and where all like the red line was and the blue line. This is not that. This is not great. This looks like liquid metal. This looks like sperm. It's just not good, bro. I'm sorry. It just looks dirty. What are you supposed to do? I don't know what they're going for. I don't know what the branding is. They dropped the Red Stars, and now they're just the Stars.
Yeah, I don't know how that jersey kind of relates to their city, their team. Maybe if it's kind of a liquid vibe, maybe the lakes. I don't know. But they're not even referencing it.
Yeah, symbolizes the relentless intensity that lies within. All right.
Again, that's ChatGPT. I don't know.
We hope to see some of your intensity then in the future.
Yeah. All in all, it's a decent batch,
Decent batch, man. It's fine. It's fine. I don't, a lot of creativity there. Maybe Nike's loosening up the creative leash that they've had on stuff for a while and letting people do a little more of their own stuff. Hope to see more of that in the future. So,
yeah.
But we're at the top of the ranking, and not just because we're homers. It's because everyone else thinks so too, man. It's fucking dope. So cool. Hey, let's take another quick break and come back and finish things up. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Thanks for listening to KC Sports Network. Make sure you download our new app. Find it on the App Store or Google Play. Just search KC Sports Network.
Boy, oh boy. I'm sure you heard my dogs lose it just a minute ago. That's because UPS needs to get their brakes fixed. When you got squeaky brakes, my dogs are mad. They're like, go to the shop, fix your brakes. And that's something I neglected to mention about that kit, man. When you see it a little up close, like there's a little texture to it, bro.
Yeah.
It's I don't know what that is. I can't really tell. I need my fingers on this. I'm sure it's in the mail. I'm sure they're gonna probably hit us up any day and ask for our address to send us one. It makes sense. It just makes sense. But the map is great, dude. It's God dang it. You see those little things on there, right? Like,
yeah.
what is that?
Like, it makes, like, all I'm thinking about, the only thing that's going through my head right now is, like, how comfortable is that to play in?
Are they saying that's like a river current that's like coursing through the design? Like, what is that?
I don't know. And if you notice on a lot of the other kits, the texture seems to be different too. So I don't know if they're all the same kind. I mean, I would imagine it's the same texture, but
Man,
like I said, I gotta get my hands on it. I gotta see it. I gotta feel it. But
Yeah.
hopefully it's
I'm gonna touch
comfortable
it.
playing.
I'm not gonna touch it. It's gonna happen. So
Stroll up
man.
in there, grabbing jerseys.
I'm just gonna be like, let me touch it. Let me touch you. Dude, something that we missed. KC Current acquired allocation funds with Utah Royals FC. We got $50,000 in allocation funds in exchange for an international roster slot because we've already signed all the international players. We have all of them. I mean, we're Kansas City, Brazil. Like, we're the KC chapter of Brazil. You know what I mean? So I don't think we need another international roster slot. We'll take the funds.
Yeah, and if we're gonna add anybody, it's probably gonna be somebody within the league.
Yeah.
I imagine. So
We have 6 roster slots available though, which is worth mentioning. And all we have really is Bia, Lorena, Tim Wachwinga, and Jericho. I mean, I guess Dubina probably has green card, right?
might.
Well, that makes sense. Since they didn't list her on here, so I guess we have. Well, okay, we have enough international slots. We're probably fine to part with one. That's fine. Another little thing, promotional matches were listed. I love this, dude. I love that damn near every game has a theme, from teal out to certain cancer or health or heart, brain awarenesses. Your Juneteenth, your Pride Night, your Mother's Day. It's I love stuff like that, man. You're gonna have some pretty cool giveaways when you leave the stadium or when you get there, and they're always doing stuff out on the out when you walk in as well. So that'll be cool.
It makes each game a little more interesting, a little more exciting, right?
Yeah. You're just like, I'm going to the I'm going to the teal out game. We're getting rally towels today. Like, that's always fun when you're like, we're getting rally towels, and that's exciting stuff.
And I love how they use it for awareness. So obviously you have Pride Night, Juneteenth, very important evenings. Cancer, that's obviously a common one. Heart health, and then brain awareness. I don't know. It's really cool to see them do that. Community fest. I'm always a fan of their theme nights.
Totally.
And the merchandise that comes along with it. Because a lot of times the
Free shit.
percentage,
I just love free shit.
well, on some of the merchandise, a percentage goes to the cause as well. So,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
free shit.
Yeah, dude,
Get this man some free stuff. That's all he's talking about.
give me some free stuff, man. Just hit me up. I'm recovering from surgery. I'm dying over here. Man, so you have mentioned to me off the air that you have not watched the Prime Video docuseries yet.
If not, no.
And it's 4 episodes for y'all who are asking. I haven't seen this totally publicized a lot. I mean, partially probably because it's women's sports and they don't get the attention that we think they deserve. Partially because maybe my algorithm's not set for stuff like that. I have no idea. But I knew this was coming. I sought it out. I watched it in the span of 2 days. Very, very quick, man. 4 episodes are 45 to 50 minutes long. and it just talks about. It's really kind of recapping the playoffs and little highlight on players. A lot of Trinity Rodman. I mean, I think they really think she might be like the next face of this league. A young player really taking off. Someone who could really encapsulate the the mantra of like an Alex Morgan, like the aura of an Alex Morgan. But it was dope. The music was dope. The transitions, the stuff was dope. Kansas City highlighted in the final is dope. And Casey lose again was not dope. That wasn't fun to relive that. But it's overall, man, really good highlight on Prime Video. So I urge you all to check that out.
Was there any Kansas City Current centric kind of themes or conversation in there outside of the stadium?
Honestly, dude, not a ton. It took a while for them to get to that. I mean, we'll obviously focus on the Orlando story about going from last to first in the last year, and Seb Hines getting coach of the year and all that. So it was really, more focused on like Orlando and Washington, in my opinion. North Carolina, the player mentioned like they did not want to go to play KC. Like they said, this is the worst case scenario to play in the playoffs. They hate us because there's a sense of jealousy there. Because we got the stadium and the fans, and the whole city's behind them, and it's like, but their fans are annoying. And I'm like, you son of a bitch, you watch your mouth. But all I got to say to people is keep being annoying because you're getting to players. Like it's going to like piss them off and get in their heads and stuff. I will say something that was interesting to me. Each team kind of had a player or two that spoke for them. And a player that spoke for us was Kayla Sharples. And I thought this in two ways. I was like, well, she hasn't even been here long enough to say a whole lot. But maybe she has worked her way into the team and the culture so quickly that she's just embraced everything about Kansas City that they're like, Caleb, we feel like you'd be a great representative to do this documentary. I don't know, man. I went back and forth. It was cool for her to hear her talk about it in different ways.
Yeah, you can kind of see her becoming more of a leader as the season went on, as she, took over that center back role. So I'll have to check it out. But yeah, having another leader on the team and somebody who feels comfortable being in that spot is a fantastic thing.
For sure. So that brings us to this weekend. What do we expect, man? First game of the year. It's hard to have crazy expectations. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I think Portland's a mess, to be honest. They are not the team that they have been for the past X amount of years. They had 3 injuries this offseason. Morgan Weaver, one of their attacking players, is on SEI. There are 2 center backs are on SEI. So, not exactly sure how they're going to defend against this team.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything to know about KC Current, it's that we like to attack. We like to attack. I also didn't like that, like in that docuseries, by the way, they asked like, why is KC Current so good? And all these players were just documented as Chewinga. Chewinga's why. Chewinga's why. And I'm like, okay, she did stuff, but like, come on. There were other reasons, right? I mean, she didn't carry the team. Like, she didn't block shots. She didn't have a great goalkeeper in Schultz. I don't know, man. We don't know what kind of team we're looking into. We got a new goalkeeper. We don't know what kind of things we're getting into this year. So I don't know what to expect this Saturday.
Yeah, we have no continuity, with goalkeepers there. So obviously I would imagine Lorena's getting the start. She's our number 1 goalkeeper.
I would think so.
I'm kind of curious to see what their chemistry has been like through preseason. Developing a rapport with the center backs and with the outside backs, kind of what that's looking like. But the fact of the matter is our 4 on our back line are all the same, right?
Yeah, true.
Cook, Sharp,
I love when that's changed.
Wheeler and Mace, or Izzy, depending on what they want. So, and then Hutton as well, it's kind of a D mid role. She's in there. So, the keeper is coming into a very consistent set situation, and that's the only moving piece. So hopefully, that makes
not a lot of turnover.
Yeah.
You got Chwinger coming back. You got Lowe still there in the midfield with Hutton, and up top you still got freaking Michelle Cooper over there. Like there's options here, dog. It's going to be, I don't know. I'm excited, and wouldn't it be great to score 5 goals again this weekend, just like last year?
I think we could. I mean, their team is pretty decimated. Kelly Hubley is gone. Sauerbrunn retired. Their whole back line, not really sure what's going on there. They do have some decent midfielders. Moultrie. In terms of their attack, they don't really have much of attack. They do have, we do have Rylan Turner, Dana Castellanos. That's, Spanstra. But those are all, kind of younger players, and Castellanos came from Bay, so she's new to that squad. I mean, the point is they have they don't know what they have, right? They're just feeling themselves out. They got a whole new squad. Their, best players are not really on the team anymore, and they're going to run into the buzzsaw that is the Kansas City Current in Kansas City.
The buzzsaw, baby. I love that.
Yeah. So that's my take on it. I mean, do you have a prediction for the scoreline or what you think the final result could be?
Bro, I think we could get the win if we drop 3. You know what I mean? We drop 3 goals on them. Done deal.
Yeah. Yeah. I think 2 or 3, I think is what we're, I feel like we're going to be knocking on the door all game, by the way. So it could
that would be nice.
Yeah.
So predictions suck, man, especially when it comes to soccer. Everyone's wrong all the time.
Especially week 1.
Yeah. And if you're right, it's just lucky, and you get to have bragging rights for a week. So I'll be happy if we get the win and get to go away happy. And you got the rest of Saturday ahead of you to go have some lunch or whatever else.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to see in the first game? Like that,
I don't know, man. Free stuff. No, I don't. I would like to see a little cohesion, but I know like it takes a team a while to work together. But like you said, there hasn't been a lot of turnover this year, so cohesion should be there.
Yeah, I would like to see some of the new pieces. Bia's not new by any stretch, but she comes and goes with her injury, right? Rocky Rodriguez, how will she fit into the team? But her depth is absolutely incredible, by the way.
I'm excited to see what kind of lineup they're putting out.
Yeah.
Because like you said, depth. I mean, you don't know what the lineup could be. So,
I mean, that midfield, by the way, is so hard to choose who to put in there. Lowe, Dabinia are probably locks. After that, do you have Hutton, DiBernardo?
Yeah. You're naming people that should be on the field that may just be on the bench.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I would not mind if we have the ability to do it, and obviously with the players and the flexibility we do, but kind of stretch out, somebody like DiBernardo, right? She doesn't need to play a full 90. She can just...
Yeah, true.
Right.
We'll see, man. Anything else you want to touch on today before we get out of here?
Nope.
Cool. Well, anyone watching on YouTube has seen your camera frozen for about 19 minutes here, so we'll look at him.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
Look at him. Look at that gorgeous, handsome face over here. He's so cute.
Blue eyes matching my
my Lord
blanket behind it.
It's got to be a camera setting, dog. We'll get you set up, man. I know it's new world here for old cats like us. We gotta get this technology taken care of. We'll get youthful Nick on it to help you out there, old boy.
I need it. Come on over, Nick.
Oh shit.
Sort me out.
Folks, thank you for being here. We're back on a weekly basis now. We're off and running. We're back next week to recap hopefully a victory. Maybe one box of jersey for you. Who knows? Not ruling it out. And as always, hit us with the 5-star ratings and reviews on Apple Pod and Spotify. Email us, nothepod@gmail.com. Hit us up on X, Blue Sky, Facebook, nothepod. At Dan Kooser, at Chris Wright 21. And we'll be back here. Same currently time, same currently channel. So for Chris, I'm Daniel. Love you to death. See you guys.